What's going on, America? This is Kev from Kevin's Corner. And you know, I was watching MSNBC just for a brief moment because, see, I don't want to watch too much of that. I don't want to catch stupid or, I don't want to catch nonsense. You watch that, I'm telling you, it's real contagious. You watch it long enough, you'll be talking crazy. You'll be saying stuff like, you know what, Donald Trump's a Russian agent. You'll be saying crazy stuff like, you know what, Donald Trump called all illegal immigrants. He called them all animals. Yeah, you'll be saying crazy stuff, yeah. So you want to stay away from them. I'm just giving you all a warning. But what was crazy about it is that they have already started a premature strike concerning the pick for the Supreme Court justice. And I just got a question for them. Do you feel good about your job? When I was just getting into business and stuff like that, I was saying to myself, hey, Kev, when you go to work in the morning, do you want to feel good about what you do? Do you want to sit back and say, you know what, I feel like I'm making a difference in the world, I'm bringing people together? And there were some jobs I worked that I didn't feel like I was doing that. No. Like, for example, one time I worked at Keebler Cookies, and I'm sitting there every day just watching cookies go by. And I'm going, you know what? I'm not making a difference. I was making a difference, but it was a negative one. People were getting fat. Yeah, out of shape, sugar diabetes, clogged up arteries. And I wasn't making a real difference. I was just watching the cookies go by. Do. And you may ask yourself, how did I get it, Keebler? Yeah, I was feeling like I wasn't making a difference. And then I became an educator. And I felt like, hey, I'm impacting lives. And then when I started doing this, there are people who contact me and say, man, you know what? I came out of seeing the Democratic Party as the solution. I've opened my eyes. I've now got off the Democratic plantation. And that's why I continue to do this. I was talking to somebody today, and they were talking about motive. And I said, man, let's think about this logically, okay? They're talking about Donald Trump getting into office to just get rich. And I'm like, you mean richer? See, all the other politicians who got into office, they need office to make money. They are politicians to make money. Trump is a politician because he chose to be. He's already rich. So he had more to lose than to gain. And it's the same thing with me. When I do these videos and stuff like that, I go, I'm going to catch heat. I'm going to catch all kind of backlash. I'm going to get called this. I'm going to get called that. But it's all worth it because I feel like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm making a difference. But the commentators that go into work every day and get on TV and just lie, just make up stuff, just say things to cause division in our country, throwing out subtle suggestions like the guy on MSNBC who said they were talking about the potential pick, and he just threw it out there out of nowhere. If I was an African American, which you're not, it was a white man. He was up here talking about if I was an African American, I would be afraid of Donald Trump's pick for Supreme Justice. Now he's already planting the seed for the black population and the minorities that Donald Trump's gonna pick himself a racist, gonna get one of them good old boys from down there, way down yonder, gonna come in there like, now, yeah, I'm glad I finally got to the Supreme Court. I'm gonna set things straight, make sure I take us back to 1814. I'll be darned if they take over this country, because this is America, greatest country on the planet. Make it white again. That's what they're trying to suggest. And I'm going, why are you planting these seeds? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Do you even try to be subjective? Do you even try to share any information that does not involve racism, sexism, any of those things, that does not just destroy somebody's character? I mean, you can't have an honest discussion, can't have a good debate, because it always comes down to somebody's racist, and every decision that's being made is being made with some type of hidden motive and agenda, and I can't sit back and make real logical arguments, so I'm going to make stuff up. And then when I get people on TV and I bring them on, these other politicians that echo what we're saying because we're all in cahoots, I'm going to make sure I bring on other politicians that parrot what I'm saying. They're going to get out there and say, yeah, Donald Trump is a racist. Yeah, all of his cabinet is too. And you know what else? Every single person who voted for Donald Trump is racist too. And I watch him get on there and throw up these softballs to all of the politicians and pundits that come on their TV shows. Yeah, softballs. Matter of fact, they're not even softballs, they're T-balls. They don't even, a softball, you at least lob it. They don't even underhand it, like in fast pitch. They set the ball right up on the little tee and just say, knock it out the park, because we don't want to ruffle your feathers. Every blue moon, they might come out and ask some tough questions. And you should see the faces on the politicians on the left rather, when they do. They're like, whoa, Jake Tapper, what are you doing? This ain't what we talked about. You can't be asking me stuff like that. You know I ain't got no real answers. You know we ain't prepped for that. We talked about this in the back. Now look, throw some stuff out there that's gonna push this narrative and further divide our country. We need some stuff that's gonna make people believe they racist, make sure that people believe they've been disenfranchised, make sure people believe that they are discriminated against. That's the type of stuff we need. Throw it up there real nice and soft. Matter of fact, put it on the tee. Let me knock it out the park. Now, if I am a left-wing liberal commentator, I know they're smart enough to know what they're doing, okay? They're not ignorant, okay? They know when they bring these people out, and they know when they say inflammatory things that insinuate racism, sexism, and all the other hatred things that they're trying to push and divide our country. They know what they're doing, and I have a question. Do you feel good about your job? Do you feel good about what you do? When you wake up in the morning, you know what I'm gonna do? I can't wait to get to the studio and divide the country. Woohoo! Can't wait to get to the studio and cause people to go into a race riot. Woohoo! Can't wait to get to the studio and push false narratives. Woohoo! Yep, can't wait to get to the studio and paint everybody that don't think like me as a racist, Nazi, KKK, Russian agent, and whatever else we can come up with. And guess what? I'm gonna do it with a straight face. In fact, I'm gonna even remove my Southern old school accent and get on there like, today, Donald Trump decided to appoint a new Supreme Court justice. And if you look at the past, you will see that this man is obviously a racist and he's very sexist and cut. Yeehaw, woo! I'm glad that's over. Didn't want them to realize that I'm the real racist, because all I'm doing is race baiting. That's it, man. Race baiting. When I go fishing, you know what I put on my hook? Racism. That's what I do, because I'm race baiting today, baby. Yeah, that's what they do. And it's a shame, and they should be ashamed of themselves. And yet they get upset when they're called fake news. They say, you're putting our lives in danger. You're making people not trust the media. Even though we've been caught lying and falsifying stories and putting our own narratives and so on and so forth, even though we've been doing that. But you can't be going out saying that. Yeah, we don't want you to actually expose that we're corrupt and we have a motive and we're really working for the Democratic Party and all we're doing is just causing destruction in our country and we're on the verge of becoming a socialistic country because of our horrible doctrine that we're pushing. Yeah, Donald Trump, don't be calling us out, okay? Yeah, we want people to trust our lies. That's what it comes down to. Now, I didn't want to have to give it to him raw. Some of y'all might not know nothing about my man Method Man. He was an old school rapper. He didn't play no games. Yeah, he had a verse where he said, I come to bring the pain, hardcore for the brain. Yeah, and then he broke it down and said, no OJ, no straw. When you give it to me, yeah, give it to me raw. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he said. And that's how I feel about it. You know, and if I get on one of those funky, nasty, crooked, dirty, Democrat, liberal, fake news media stations, I tell them to their face. I look Don Lemon right in the eye. I look Jake Tapper right in the eye and say, you know what? You're not a part of the solution. You're part of the problem. Yeah, you're a secret agent. Yeah, put in the media to destroy America. Every time you open your mouth and you push out this garbage. Now, you've been listening to Kevin in Kevin's Corner. So, if you like this video, hit like, share it. Yeah, find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter. Check me out Wednesday nights, 7:30. And also, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom. And if you ever run into any of those fake newscasters, any of them, just say, and matter of fact, any of the Democrats too. Instead of going up like Maxine, who put the hit out on everybody, you know, we're civilized over here on the right, okay? We're dignified. We're the next link in the evolutionary chain. See, we know how to ask questions and have debates and conversations without calling people all types of names. But you know what I would do if you see one of them out, instead of going up to them in a restaurant and saying shame, shame, and following them around, going back to their house and scaring their kids, just go up to them and have a nice conversation and say, excuse me, do you feel good about your job? Do you feel good about your riffraffness, your gibberish that you preach? Do you feel good about it? Please explain yourself. Yes, do something like that. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for listening to Kevin's Corner, and we'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner.